So if you're a local small business, you've hit a revenue wall in your company and every new lead that comes in just feels like a coin flip. It's not the economy. It's just one mistake that you're making in your marketing that's keeping your local business small. So if you fix this one thing, growth stops become a guessing game for your business. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix that one mistake step by step. So you're going to learn how to, one, identify exactly who your best customers are so you can get rid of those tire kickers. Two, find the real problems that your offer must solve. Three, we're going to help you build an irresistible offer that stands out in any market that you're in. And then four, position your message everywhere those best customers are already looking. So if you've been stuck relying on referrals, every new lead feels kind of iffy, right? This is how you break through that revenue wall. So let's jump into the video. And the first thing we're going to get into is we're going to talk about nailing down your ideal customer profile so you stop chasing the wrong people. So the number one mistake most local service businesses make is they try to market to everybody in their area. And when that happens, that means they get no one that they actually want to service because your message isn't speaking to them. It isn't speaking to the kind of people that you want to work with. So the way you want to look at it to attract better leads, right, and get rid of the generic messaging is you have to have a direct target to the kind of person that you want to speak to, right? You want to speak directly to that what we call an ideal customer profile. And that will allow you to, right, attract the quality leads and then get rid of all the price shoppers that you don't want, people that are looking for cheap stuff. Because if you run a cheap business, typically you're going to be out of business because you don't have enough profitability to continue to market, advertise, and grow your business and really attract people that are going to get paid well and grow their business, right? So how do we look at this? We're going to look this into what we call 4 ICP buckets, all right, or ideal customer profile buckets. The first bucket you want to look at is demographics. This is the surface level stuff that most people focus on and they never go deeper into it. This is the homeowner status. This is their age, their income, what's the size of their family, things like that. Then you want to go deeper. This is the sections where you can start really tailor messaging to people that's going to attract the right kind of ones that you want because you're going to really connect with them when you get into the psychographics. This is their values, their concerns. Are they concerned about safety, curb appeal, energy savings? What are their morals? How do they think about the family nucleus? Things like that make a difference. Or if, like, for instance, you're 40-something years old like me and you're a big Dave Matthews Band fan, right? Or you follow those older bands. Like those can play into psychographics depending on your product or service. So you want to think about the kind of person, the lifestyle they live when you get to psychographics. Next is geographics. Where do they live? Are they in a rural city? Are they in a suburb? Are they in a downtown area? All this makes a difference in how you speak to that person. Last thing is going to be behavior. So how do they typically buy things, especially higher ticket, lower ticket? How do they buy? Are they price focused? Are they quality focused? And then do they actually research what they need to actually solve the problem that your services do? So a great example of this, of an ideal customer profile would be somebody, let's say somebody that's in a rural suburban homeowners. They've got 2+ acres with animals, right? So that's a customer profile. Now, to be clear, it doesn't mean you can only have one customer and that's it. You can have several different customer profiles that you speak to, but when you're doing them, you still, at least whatever your marketing message is going out, whether it's social media ads, it needs to speak to one person at that time, but you can have multiple different types of profiles. That's why we always say you want to build out 3 or 4. Next, they're 35 to 60. They're family centered. They value curb appeal and simplicity. Okay. And let's say they're in an HOA neighborhood and higher end neighborhoods. So like the quality of their house, what it looks like, that's important to them. And they want long-term peace of mind. Okay. Not the cheapest option. So this is actually me right here. So I end up being a lot of people's ICP, but this is important because now you can take all of this and start crafting a message around this type of profile so you can speak directly to that type of homeowner. Now we know how to build the ideal customer profile. Let's talk about what we're missing when it comes to our messaging. And a lot of times what happens is we're not identifying what the real problem is. We're just scratching what we call service level problems. So for instance, you may say things like, well, we install fences. Great. You're focused on the service that you actually do, but you're not focusing on the problem that they want solved. Like, yes, they need a fence, but why do they need a fence? Okay. So you want to say something or say something that's basically equivalent to the same thing is you're tired of chasing the dog through your busted fence, right? That is like, oh, I feel that, right? That's an emotion. That's going to evoke something out of me. Now, how do we do this? We're going to uncover the problem, okay, by asking these 3 questions. So what pain are they feeling day to day? And that doesn't mean like sore muscles, like, oh, my back hurts. We're talking about like the dog getting out from the fence, or a roof leaking, causing it to, have to replace the sheetrock in your home, or man, I don't want to have to take the vet and wait 2 hours, or man, I hate going to the dentist because it's always painful, right? And they don't really think about, what I'm scared of when I come to the dentist, right? These are what I'm feeling day to day when I'm thinking about these problems that need to be solved. So now, what are they afraid might happen if they don't solve this, right? Well, if I don't fix a leaky roof, then it's going to cause way more damage. Or if I don't get my lawn serviced, then the HOA is going to come down on me and fine me. Or, if I don't fix this tooth, then, it's going to get worse and I'm going to end up having to get a new tooth and cost more money on surgeries or whatever else to fix that. Or if I don't take care of my pet now, they may end up, passing away on me sooner than later, or higher vet bills. And then what frustrates them most about hiring someone like you, or essentially using you as a service? So that, once again, like, we work a lot with contractors, so big things are like communication. A lot of times it's like they're not real professional when they come in. So just think about those things to uncover what the real problem is, okay? So here's an example of a surface level problem versus a real one, and I'm just going to use a door company. So surface level thing is, hey, I need a new front door. Great, we'll get you a new front door. Now we're starting to talk into pricing, because we're not really connecting with somebody. We're just like, this is a thing, this is a service, I need it done, okay? But what are they really thinking about? I don't feel safe because my door won't lock, or the door sticks, or the draft makes my power bills ridiculous, or my house is outdated. These are the things that they're really worried about when it comes to actually fixing the door. So we want to make sure that we are digging deeper into what you really solve right here when it comes to solving problems with your service. So now you're probably wondering what makes a really good offer, or what fixes your marketing message. So here's why most of your offers are going to fall flat. You have a weak offer that's centered around things that you do, like we provide a free estimate or a free inspection. Like, boring, right? That makes me want to yawn. Oh my God, it's like everybody else. Because this is surface level what you do. You do these things, okay? But a stronger offer, right, is an example would be, we remodeled this in 3 days guaranteed, right? Or there are companies out there that do like bathroom remodels or bathtub remodels in like 1 day or 24 hours, right? That is a more directed offer, right? Because then that offer right there, like, for, let's say if I'm a remodeling company, helps solve a lot of problems that a homeowner may be thinking, like, oh my God, if they're going to remodel my bathroom, it means I'm going to be out of the house for a week, can't use it, all this stuff. But man, if you can guarantee we're in and out in 3 days, boom, then I know the time period it's going to take for you to take care of this. So that, and then if guaranteed, right, a little risk reversal there. Maybe you get your money back or discount, or whatever comes with that. So just think about, those are 2 primary differences between a weak offer and a strong offer. So what makes it a highly converting offer? Let's get into this here. So there are 5 things here that really are the huge elements of converting an offer, or highly converting offer. So number 1 is a specific outcome. Okay, what do they specifically get from your service or your product? So for example, this would be like, you get peace of mind with a 20-year warranty. Not that you get a new roof, you get peace of mind with a 20-year warranty. I know, and you got 20 years warranty on this product, so if something happens, it's taken care of. Next, number 2 thing would be your unique mechanism. What makes your process different? So we install in 1 day with no mess. Different from everybody else. Just like, oh, we put a bathroom in 1 day, right? 1 day, no mess, your house is going to be completely taken care of. Number 3, speed or convenience. How fast or how easy is it for them, right? Same day quotes, installed in 10 days or less. Boom, I know what the timeline is. Super simple, very convenient for me. Next, number 4, credibility. So why should they trust you? So for instance, saying things like 4.9 stars on Google, 500 plus homes upgraded. That is a social proof trust that you want to add into your offer, right? This is going to make it highly converting. Number 5, risk reversal. What makes this feel safe to go with your company? Okay. Lifetime latched guarantee. If it breaks, we fix it. Now we're talking about doors here, right? We're going to lifetime guarantee it's going to latch, or we'll come out and fix the door. So these are 5 different ways that you can, that's going to make a highly converting offer. Now the thing about this is you don't have to put them all 5 in there, but it really does help if you can do your best to get all 5 to fit in. So let's look at what most people do on a weak offer versus what are some strong offers. So one, somebody says we do free estimates. Once again, that's what you do, not what you offer. So here, get a same-day quote online. Most installs done in 2 weeks, backed by warranty. Way better offer, okay? Next, we install doors. Terrible, right? Just what you do. Upgrade curb appeal and security with premium doors, stress-free, fast, and guaranteed. Much more appealing, going to speak to somebody a lot better, evoke emotions, get them to want to act. Next, call us for a roof quote. So annoying, right? Instant roof estimate plus 0 down financing. Most roofs installed in 10 days or less. Super convenient, super easy. You already talk about your instant roof estimate, so that's convenient. 0 down financing. Then I could have it affordable, or we can get a roof fixed quicker. And I don't have to give you money today. I can put it into payments. Boom, all that into one little offer here. Next, let's say custom fence installation. And I know some people will say, oh, well, that's, we do custom fence installation. Well, that's great, but you're not speaking to anything about why it's a custom fence. Here, on the other hand, does that. Keep pets and kids safe with our lifetime concrete fence, installed in 3 weeks, guaranteed to never rot. Now that speaks to me, because we're talking about kids, we're talking about keeping them safe. Lifetime, guaranteed, it's not going to rot. I don't have to replace this again. Awesome. All right. Next, new patient appointments available. Once again, boring. Smile brighter in 60 minutes. Pain-free cleanings with same-day results for new patients. I, who hate the dentist, would absolutely love this, and this would connect with me. Pain-free cleanings, same-day results for new patients. Love it, right? Get better-looking teeth. And then another one example would be pet wellness exams offered. Boring. It's even a mouthful and hard to say. So stress-free visits in under 30 minutes, care for your pets, and care your pets, and you won't dread, right? So once again, a quick visit. It's not going to take me long, because you know what it's like taking a kid to the doctor, or taking a dog or a cat to the vet, right? They're just all over the place. You're trying to hold them down. They're sitting in the waiting room for an hour, right? But if they do a good job of scheduling appointments to where you're not having to do those things, or maybe you're in the car and they text you 30 minutes before it's time to come in, and they have a system in place to do that, this makes it way more appealing and sets you apart from your competitors. So the offer isn't just about what you do, it's the experience and the outcome that they're going to get. So don't just say, like, hire me. Give them reason to act now, and act with confidence. And a good offer doesn't just get attention, it actually moves people into action. Now that we've identified your ideal customer profile, we've uncovered the real problem and learned what makes an offer very powerful, it's time to actually build a new one for your business. So let's get into it. So most people, when they write their offers, they do it backwards. Okay, they start with the service first. They'll say things like, we build decks, we're a vet clinic, we fix teeth, or we're a dentist, or we install roofs. What you want to do is start with who the person is you're actually helping. So who is it for? What pain does it solve? Why is it different? Why does this feel safe for them to make a decision to go with your business? Okay. So here is the simple offer formula that you can use to create a powerful offer for your business. Now, this isn't anything new. This isn't crazy. I didn't just make this up. This is something that is out in the marketing world forever, but broken down and made it easy for you to create one for your business. So let's get into it. So the way it works is we help ICP, your ideal customer profile, so we define that, solve this real problem. What is it you're solving? By delivering a specific solution, okay, the thing that makes you different, which we call your unique mechanism, in a way that's convenient or different than everybody else, and it's backed by some type of credibility, social proof, or risk reversal. Okay, so most common mistakes you want to avoid when building this thing out. One, don't be too vague. Don't say quality service for all your door needs. It's generic. There's nothing specific about that. Don't be too focused on features. You're too focused on features and not the outcomes that they're going to get. Okay. if you have no credibility or zero proof or trust elements in there, okay, and then too complicated. If it takes a paragraph to explain, it's way too much. And guess what? I'm going to give you a little hint. You can use ChatGPT to help define this and refine this down. So let's look at some examples. Let's start with dentist, okay? Here's a great one. So we help working professionals in Nashville, right? So we know the location, the working professionals, feel confident in their smile with modern cosmetic and preventive dental care, delivering a calming, no-pressure environment with flexible payment options. That speaks to me. If I'm a working professional and I have flexible payment plans, that lets me know that I can afford it, because most working professionals in Nashville typically are going to what? Finance things or put things in payments to make it easier to pay for stuff. So then they can go back and be confident in their smile, because their appearance is important in what they do, because they're a working professional in Nashville, right? And how they do it here is a modern cosmetic preventative dental care, right? So it's going to help me keep from things I can do at home to keep me from having to spend more money and come into the dentist's office. And it's calming, no pressure environment to do this. Let's look at a door company. So we help style conscious homeowners in Dallas upgrade their curb appeal and energy efficiency with premium entry doors without the typical contractor stress. Easy scheduling, expert design help, and a lifetime latched warranty. Okay, once again, you can see who you're going after. People that are style focused. So somebody that cares about, these are going to be homeowners that are in HOA areas that want their home to look good, and they understand the value of a good door, front door, and how it can change your home. Okay, and then of course this is the easy way to get a hold of you and get it done. All right, let's look at a fence company. So we help rural homeowners in Alabama, and no, we're not all rural in Alabama here. We've got cities too. Keep their animals safe and property secure with permanently concrete fencing. Okay, built to outlast wood or vinyl and installed with no maintenance ever. Now, this is actually one of our clients. We've built this for because most of the time they do service rural homeowners, right? They don't typically go into metropolitan areas or suburbs. It is a fence designed to keep animals safe, property secure, right? Because it's and they use this specifically designed unique concrete fence to actually do those things. And then what does it do? It outlasts wood or vinyl because it lasts forever. And then of course there's no maintenance because it's a concrete fence, so it's never going to rot or warp. So once again, great offer. We know who it's going after and the problems it's solving. They go deeper into that. All right, here's a vet clinic example. So we help busy pet owners in Austin keep their pets healthy and stress-free by offering same-day appointments. Ooh, love this. Fear-free veterinary care backed by a 5-star team and transparent pricing. Now, I know some vet clinics are like, well, we can't offer same-day appointments. Well, you kind of got to think of it like a plumber or like maybe an HVAC company, where they have scheduled appointments during the day that are for people that have called in and scheduled an appointment. And then they have some time that's left open for either one, for those appointments that may get backed up, or two, to handle emergency offers or same day appointments. So you can have same day appointments, just have a block scheduled out to be able to handle those. And of course they could be limited. So keep that in mind. So once again, that's just a great offer. You're going above and beyond. You're going after busy pet owners, so maybe the same day appointment is the only time they have, and that's the time they need to come in and take care of this. And last, let's do a roofing company here. Now, I'm keeping this a little generic just so you can think about how you can make this work for your local area, because I know the thing you're gonna say is, but Jordan, homeowners in Atlanta, that's real broad, isn't it? Yes, it is. But you can say a specific type of homeowner that's local in your area, like homeowners in Hoover, Alabama, or homeowners in Franklin, Tennessee, or homeowners in, Cincinnati, Ohio, or single family homes, right? That may be a good example. I'm just doing this as a way for you to think about how you can make it fit for your local area. So don't, I can see it in the comments now. Don't be messing on me here. But the rest of it's pretty good. Protect their investment, which is their home, to stop leaks for good with expert roof replacements. We're going to install this in days, not weeks. Usually roof replacements are in a day typically. Certified by a 25-year warranty. And that warranty could be, shingles or workmanship warranty, just depends, right? So these are all great examples of different types of companies, right, that you can basically take this formula up here, what I call the simple offer formula, and create one for your business that's going to stand out from what your competitors are doing and start speaking to the person that you actually want to serve. Now, even the best offers won't work if it's hidden, buried, or only shows up in one different place, right? You need consistency and visibility across every point that your brand shows up, so or anywhere that your prospect might interact with your company. So let's talk about a few places that you can position this messaging. So let's talk about number one, which typically for everybody is your online digital presence, which is your website, right? You want to put it in your headline, which is going to clearly state who it's for and what it solves. In your subheadline, add your unique mechanism or credibility. And then in call to actions, reinforce the offer, like get your instant quote now, and then make sure it shows up above the fold on mobile or desktop. So just like a fast example, not the best one in the world, but it is a good example. Keep your built to keep your family safe and your property looking its best, right? And this is a fence company in Maryland, right? That's for SEO purposes. From backyard privacy to pool safety and protection, this company installs high quality fencing with a personal touch. No pushy sales, no messy jobs, just honest work from a local team, right? And then request my quote today. Simple, easy call to action. And so I know what this company does when I hop on this page immediately, right? So all of this is above the fold, right? The fold is down here. Above the fold makes it super easy to understand what kind of people they work with, right? And so that way I know that, hey, this is my company, this is who I'm going to reach out for. All right, next thing, as part of your online presence, and this is things that we build out when we're doing things like local SEO for companies, is your Google Business Profile. So in your business description, you want to put a version of your offer inside of there about what you do, not just like, oh, we're a fence company in, Birmingham, Alabama. I live here, sorry. We're just going to keep using that as an example. Services listed, okay? Add clarity and benefit to each one. So in your Google Business Profile, and this is in other videos that we've talked about with local SEO, where you get to define your services. When you have a blurb in there that's like 300 characters or 1,000 characters, use your offer, right? Use your unique mechanisms to describe the services inside your service list, right? To make it more appealing for your business. Next, photos, overlay your offer on images or project shots. You can do that, or at least have your photos reflect what you offer, right? Then Q&A section, see questions reflect your offer. Do you offer energy efficient door installs, right? So make sure you fill out the Q&A section or add Q&A section on your Google Business Profile that reflects what you offer for your ideal customer. Okay, next thing down, social media. So this is a lot of times where your offer and your messaging is going to hit home the most. Whether you're doing organic social media or paid ads, this is the one that's really got to be on point when you're talking about messaging. So inside of your bio on your site is hugely important that you are specific, like on Facebook or Instagram or even LinkedIn if you're a B2B type company. Make sure it's specific. Hey, we help these customers solve this problem in this location. Fast quotes, premium installs, no contractor stress, right? That needs to be inside of your bio to show people exactly what you do. It can be up in your banner, right, of your Facebook page to show people, like, once again, this is what we do. Pin post, make one showcasing your offer, and then use your offer as the hook in reels, shorts, or carousels, things that come out on your social media on a daily basis when it comes to organic, and of course into paid ads if you put advertising into social media. Next thing down, landing pages. Now, landing pages are designed for things like Google Ads. Sometimes they're designed for a specific offer for Facebook. Some people design their websites to specifically handle, like they treat their services pages like a landing page, and they'll drive traffic to that or an offer to it. But if you just build a landing page, make sure you reinforce the offer near the form fill, right? So like get a custom door design quote, no obligation, or upfront pricing, no high pressure sales tactics. Make sure that's right close to where somebody's going to fill out a form or give you a call. Auto response emails, texts should repeat your value. So if you're not doing automations in your business, and once again, we talk about this later in building your foundations of your company. We've got other videos about this, but hey, thanks for reaching out. Your expert design quote is on the way, backed by our life lifetime latched guarantee. Once again, this consistent messaging from like where they see your original offer, your business, to when they get to your landing page, to when they fill out the information, to when they get a follow-up email, then the next thing will be, hey, when you actually give them a call, that messaging is all consistent across the board. That's where you're going to get some of the best customers, and when you're going to get some of the best, basically get referrals off this, because your brand messaging is consistent across the board. All right, ads, flyers, yard signs. So every touch point or paid touch point or organic whatever should lead with essentially your offer, right? And I don't say everything. If you're putting out content that's addressing like problems, things like that, you're not always going to do that. But when it comes to actually advertising your services, make sure everyone leads with your offer. Okay, don't bury it in a sea of features of things that you do. Nobody cares. They care about the outcome, not the features. And then ask yourself, would a stranger driving by or scrolling this ad immediately know what I do and why it's different? And if they can't, you need to fix it. And a lot of times, one of the biggest things we tell you to do is when you're trying to fix your marketing messages, don't show it to your family or friends or look at it and go, oh, this is great. Show it to one of your customers, one of your happy customers. Be like, hey, does this make sense to you? How would you fix this? How would you say this is different? And that's going to help you figure out how to fix your how to fix your marketing message. A lot of times what we do as a marketing company, sometimes it's hard to get that out of our clients. And so what we'll do is we'll go to their reviews and we'll look what people are saying about their company. And that lets us know, help us define a little bit of the marketing message and understand like, hey, who are we speaking to? How do we reposition this so it's speaking to those same people who left those great reviews for this company? So now that we've built a crystal clear offer using this simple offer formula, we got to get it in front of the right people and where people are searching, which a lot of times is Google. So in the next video, we're going to show you how to fix that and actually get this marketing message and this offer to show up in the right places. So click on the video on the screen, wherever it may be, and we will see you on the other side.